Welcome back to my channel, Be the Little Light. My name is Brittany, and today we're just sitting, we're hanging, we're vibing, really feeling the glow, the vibes of the sun that's emanating. Yeah, good stuff. So I felt called to do a shorter poll to do an energy check-in and see how our beautiful, thriving collective is doing, and seeing what messages want to come through from your spiritual team. And there's this renewed sense of like fresh energy, new hope, feeling like things are feeling more clear all of a sudden. A lot of that having to do with spring, feeling like spring has really opened these pathways that have felt very stagnant, that have felt very much just cloudy and in the funk. It's like that sunshine giving a renewed sense of purpose and redirection, where you may have been feeling like for a while you've kind of been in the dark for a little while, very much coming out of winter type energy. And there is definitely something that it's time for you to do and step into. And this may be very uncomfortable and very jarring because it's something new, but you know that you have to walk through this door in order to become a new version of yourself. And I think that right now, compared to how you have been feeling in the recent past, you're realizing that you do have the courage to just like step through that door and walk into your new reality. And you're being asked to be really brave right now, and also be excited, what's behind those double doors that you're opening. It's like, instead of being afraid, being very excited about it. They're wanting you to have more confidence in yourself, because that's definitely what's been blocking you stepping into this new thing that you're feeling called to do. And to trust your inner guidance system, because you have a tendency to have the self-doubt, and it's like you're getting the signs and the synchronicities from your team, but then you're questioning yourself on, like, are you crazy? Are you being delusional? Are you just seeing what you want to see? And you can keep playing that game with yourself for as long as you'd like to, but if you're tired of that game and you're ready to move on to the next level, move on to the next game, then you've got to step through this new door, but with a fun energy, like a curious child energy, instead of making it this very daunting big thing. It's like actually having fun, because I'm seeing that you're clouding your own judgment with your self-doubt. And that could be, you could be worried about what your family is going to say. You could be worried about judgment from others. But I feel like also in the same breath, you're being asked to focus on what and who you consider your family, and keeping your goals in mind of doing like check-ins with yourself of, why do you want those things, and what are you looking to leave for the future generations. um, I'm getting the same message as last time about the significance between spring and the fall. Or this may have been a reading I've done recently, whether it was here or on in private. there's a renewed theme I'm seeing around spring and autumn being very significant. And I feel like those periods are significant because spring is like a very fresh energy. It's like coming out of winter, coming out of your cocoon, coming out of your coffin, and feeling like you have a zest for life again. And then I feel like with autumn, autumn can be very much like really tapping into like mysticism and mysticism is what I'm seeing, like more going, you're starting to go, when you start to go more inward, but there's this like play and this excitement and this allure with that time of year. And then the winter card just popped up, which is very interesting because this is not a deck about seasons. Are some of you giving birth in the winter? I'm wondering if some of you that are tapped into this right now, if some of you are expecting, and in the winter time you may be getting ready to give birth, or you're getting ready to release something out into the world in the winter time. And right now you're like in this preparation stage, and I think you're going to be surprised at how quickly things align. And I know that we're only, at the time I'm filming this video is timeless as all my readings are, but at the time that I'm filming this, there's another about 8 months left of the year. And so much can happen in between now and then, much of what you don't expect. But I think it's just this overarching theme of you'd be surprised at how quickly the chips fall into place. Like the more that you do these things that scare you one by one, the things that are making you uncomfortable, actually this is going to accelerate your growth very rapidly. And it's not to say do these things one by one, like conquer all your fears so that you can hurry up and get to the finish line. It's actually just, that's the side effect of you being brave. Getting a lot of rainbow messages here. And I'm feeling like the rainbow messages have to do with the frequency of miracles, and also the frequency of joy, but also the magnetism, the power, the radiance of you being and feeling like you are in your aligned energy, and that you are living more and more each day an aligned, authentic life. Again, with the last message that I did, the last reading that I did, there is another message here about coming into stillness, making more time for meditation, and not just in the sense of meditating just to meditate, like not to meditate so that you can say, I meditated today and I checked that off my list. You meditating for your own benefit, because that's the time when you can really be still enough and be quiet enough to hear your voice and God's. Look at that. 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 Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. I'm also getting ancestor energy. I'm getting the energy of your ancestors being behind you and being like, yes, yes. Like, be proud of yourself. Be bold. Be courageous. And some of you may really find value in connecting in with your ancestors and asking for their guidance on how to be more bold, more brave, more loud. It doesn't have, like, not in the volume sense, but more in the sense of like, I dare to ask for everything it is that I want. I dare to be seen and be heard. I dare to put everything on my wish list that I want. I dare to. They're asking you to tap into their force, but not like their energy. They're asking you to, it's like I'm seeing a bunch of hands linked together, and that being symbolically behind you of like, they got you, they got your back, they're rooting for you, they believe in you, and you're always supported, and you've been supported every step of the way. And if you need a little nudge and you need a little push, they're ready to give you a little nudge and a little push. Just ask for it. They're right there with you. They're ready to give you a little tap on the butt and say, keep going. You're doing a great job now. Keep at it. Don't stop. Don't stop here just because you did a little bit. Keep going. And what's the advice? What's the self-care advice? Heavy on the self-worth, heavy on believing yourself, being your authentic self. They want you to show up as you, as your authentic self. And they want you to be open. I almost dropped all these. They want you to be open. They want you to, like, you see this box here? They want you to pull yourself up out of that box, meaning like you have a box of expectations around you, and that box is very, very small. And you think, these are the ways in which I can get the things that I want. It's this way and this way and this way, and then I do this, and then I do this, and then I do that. And they want you to drop all of that. They want you to drop the how, because they're saying that you think that you know best, and you think that you know more than you do. In that sense, your mind, your ego, the part of you that's basing everything, that can only base everything off of the past and off of examples from other people, how things have traditionally been done, how it's, you got to work hard, you got to do this, but don't expect too much, you know, like, it's this, what I've talked about beggars being choosers, and like, you should be so lucky to get blah blah blah, or to have this type of person or whatever. It's like, no, you're limiting yourself. And they understand that, because that's part of the human experience, is having that very limited point of view. But they're asking you to expand more, be more open, allow yourself to um, believe, allow yourself to be surprised, and ask your team, ask your ancestors, ask God, show me what I don't know. I'm open, and express regularly that I'm open. I'm open to all possibilities that align me on my highest timeline. I'm open to that. I don't know what I don't know. Show me. Show me how good it gets. Show me how good it gets. That's a very that. And the last thing that they want to leave with is analysis paralysis. They want you to get out of this energy of the decision fatigue that has been very prevalent in the collective. Decision fatigue. It's from feeling very overwhelmed, um, and you're being asked to find more time to draw back, to withdraw, and give yourself permission in the moment to put your list down for a second while you recalibrate yourself, so you get yourself back into a better headspace and then keep moving. The side message to that is that there's multiple doors. You're getting very stuck on what is the right door? What is the best door? What if I pick the wrong door? There is no wrong door. All the doors are going to lead you back down the same way, because all the doors are calling you home to yourself. And in this journey of you picking door after door after door, picking key after key after key, you're just choosing experiences. There is no right or wrong path. And that as long as you do your best to stay true and true to yourself, true to your own code of ethics, your authenticity, you can trust that through the ups and the downs and the highs and the lows, that you are still ultimately going to end exactly where you're supposed to be. And that is just this fun game we keep playing with ourselves and we keep playing with each other. Is it's the game of the chaos in the mind and going around the little mazes. But no matter where you go, there's still the same ending. You can have all these different entries to a maze, and you can start at any point and you can pivot and go. And at some point, whether it takes you longer, whether it takes you shorter, whether you go in loops and circles, the ending's still the same. So have fun. So have fun. That is where I'm going to end the message today. I love you guys very much. Let me know how you're feeling in the springtime, if it is spring where you are. If it's not spring, let me know down below what season you are in, where you live, and what season you're in your life. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.